welcome to the Bad Denim Review. In this video, let's look at the details necessary to understand and measure the key points when buying jeans online. We're going to talk about the waist, the inseam, and the rise of the jean. Most sites will give you these measures. They want the jeans to fit you. If you have the knowledge to scrutinize these measures, you stand a better chance of finding the right jean for you. The best way to do this is to mark and compare the measurements on a pair of jeans you already own. Let's start with the most confusing, the waist. Denim can either be sized as a standard UK 6 to 16 or by inches around the waist, usually ranging from about a size 23 to a 34-inch waist. It would make sense that if you ran a tape measure over a size 26, it would be 26 inches, but that isn't so. Here's why. The measure is not accurate to the size for three reasons. One, a woman's body has curves. While a male body is pretty much straight up and down, a woman has hips and a waist. The size will correspond only to the waist measure. So if a jean is lower on the hips, it will measure wider. Second is stretch. Super stretchy styles will measure tiny on the hanger, then stretch out on the body. And the third factor, and probably the most significant, is vanity sizing. Women prefer to buy smaller sizes, and the industry has capitalized on this. If you haven't tried on jeans in a while, it makes finding your size pretty complicated, as brands will realign their sizing to whatever the industry standards are. So, if you measure a size 26 jean, it's very unlikely to actually be 26 inches. Click like if you find this frustrating. Some websites will not even provide the actual waist measure as not to confuse things. However, some of the online premium sites like Net-a-Porter and Matches will give the true measurements for every size. If you're comparing the pair online to a pair you already own, it's very, very important that they are both of the same level of stretch. Okay, here's how you measure the waistband. Pull the front waistband up so it's aligned over the back. Give the sides a gentle tug and flatten it really well with your hands. I measure through the middle of the waistband as a stepped or walked measure. So, start at the fabric edge and walk the tape measure like this, using your thumb and index finger to take little steps. Keep it taut and flat to the fabric. If you're new to measuring, do this a few times to ensure you get the same measure. Even if you aren't new to measuring, it's a good idea to do it twice to check. Then double the measure as the waist is all the way around. Now you have the waist measure of the jean. If you're comparing measures, make sure the jeans are of the same rise. Typically, for a size 26, a low rise is 7 to 8 inches and it sits at the hips. Mid-rise is 8 to 10 inches and is just below the belly button, and a high rise is about 10 to 12 inches. Here's how you measure it. Pull the rise up as straight as you can. Start at the fabric edge and walk the tape measure like this, going in little steps until you're at the other fabric edge. To visualize the new jean on you, mark the rise measure on the jean you have in hand. You can use chalk or a bit of tape. If it's higher, you can put a piece of fabric or paper underneath, or I would just hold the tape measure up to see where it falls on the body. Next, the inseam. The inseam is the inside leg measure. To measure the inseam, start in between the twin needle. So, like the rise, I do a walk to step measure, which means keeping it taut and flat to the fabric and taking it in little bits down the leg all the way to the fabric edge. Now, mark the new measure onto your existing jean and cuff the jean under, like this, to see the inseam on you. And that's it. Now you have a fairly accurate idea of how the rise and inseam will look on you, and hopefully a better grasp of how the waistband works too. Let me know in the comments some of the biggest challenges you face when ordering jeans online. I'll do my best to address them. We'll be releasing more of these denim detail videos interspersed with our regular review videos on the channel. Make sure to subscribe as not to miss any. Go ahead and click that like button if you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching. See you on Friday.